What's going on, everybody? It's Box Office Ricky, and this time around I am reviewing a documentary that I have been kind of really wanting to check out. It is called Hold on, I'm pulling up the video, give me one second. It's called Luv Ya Blue. It came out this past October in theaters, but it's now available on video on demand. I actually paid $6 for this on Amazon Prime, and the reason why I was so ready to watch this documentary is because it's a period of football history. It's a period of Houston history that I was not born yet to be privy to. And if you talk to anybody that is, in their 50s and grew up in Houston or lived in Houston in the 70s, there's a person that they will always talk about that is reminiscent to the history and the DNA of football here in Houston, and that is Bum Phillips. Now, if you don't know, Bum Phillips was a legendary coach for the Houston Oilers between the years of 1977 and 1980, and he was one of the only few coaches, which is crazy, one of the only few coaches to bring playoff football to Houston at a time where Houston did not have a lot of playoff football. So what was great is that Bum Phillips is a person that had a lot of character. He loved his players. He cherished his players. The media cherished him. The city of Houston cherished him because he was a guy that had just a lot of personality. And I remember growing up watching Oilers football in the 90s, my dad always talking about the time of Bum Phillips and how he was, that era of Luv Ya Blue, Luv Ya Bum was so special in the city of Houston. And at that time, I wasn't born until 1982, so I had no idea what he was talking about. And so this documentary, what's great about it is it gives me a chance to see what Houston was like in the 70s. It gives me a chance to see what football was like back in the 70s. And really just kind of reminded me a lot of watching Oilers football back in the 1990s with, back when Warren Moon, Chris Dishman, Bruce Matthews just really brought so many great memories that I had watching football then, and just seeing that, hey, at one point the Oilers, were a team that was something to be reckoned with, not to be reckoned with. And it's great to see a documentary that kind of encapsulates what football was like back then, and also just talk about Bum Phillips and how he was so influential, not only back then, but still to this day. A lot of defenses are still using the Bum Phillips system that he developed back in the 70s. And this documentary really dives into the history. It even interviews a lot of current athletes or current NFL players today. And, a large portion of this documentary is interviewing Wade Phillips as well, the son of Bum Phillips, and him just talking about his dad, his relationship with his dad, and how influential Bum Phillips was to Wade Phillips' career. So if you're looking for, this Thanksgiving weekend, if you're looking for a nostalgic documentary or something fun, if you're a football fan looking for something nostalgic to watch, or just maybe something that talks about Houston and how Houston was before, and just how Houston had a culture of loving their NFL, their Oilers, and what that was like, what that looked like. This documentary has so many great visuals of that time, and honestly, it was worth the $6 that I paid for it. I'm glad that I paid $6 to the filmmakers that probably really spent a lot of time digging this old archival footage. I think it's really cool to see them just to see the old footage, and it was worth $6 for about an hour and a half worth of entertainment for me. So, like I said, guys, it's Luv Ya Blue. It's got great interviews with some of the most well-known NFL players today, and it is well worth the watch and well worth $6. So thank you guys so much. This is Box Office Ricky. I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. And like I always say, in a world where you can be anything, why not be kind to each other? Thank you guys. Enjoy your weekend.